So the first time I watch a proper boxing card for the first time in a while, and of course there's that fucking egregious, fucking horrible robbery. Uh, Ramos has like has literally been fucking robbed at gunpoint. Really, he just got mugged. Jesus Ramos literally got mugged. He fucking won that fight against Erikson Lubin. Like I don't even know how any one of the judges gave it 111 to 117. Like, how the fuck? Like, Lubin did nothing. He threw nothing that fight. He was literally doing nothing that whole fight. It was so fucking boring from him. He had no output. Ramos did literally everything in that fight. And he gets fucked over. That's why I can't get into boxing anymore. I love boxing. Boxing's an entertaining sport. It's a good sport to watch. Like, it is entertaining, but these judges, man, they just ruin it. They ruin the whole fucking sport. It's just unfair. Nobody ever wins in boxing that deserves to win. Like, why? Why rob him? That's one of the worst robberies I've ever seen. And generally, I don't understand it. It's actually fucking egregious. So now we got 27-year-old Erikson Lubin getting a robbery decision that clearly didn't. Did they rob him so it makes Jamal Charlo look better if he either beats or loses to Canelo? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. What benefit is there of robbing a really young prospect in Jesus Ramos? Fucking boxing, man. This is why I can't get into it anymore. It's just robbery after robbery. Nobody actually wins in boxing who deserves to win. Like, what's the point of watching there, sitting there for like 35 minutes watching like a 12-round boxing match if the rightful winner doesn't get their hand raised at the end of it? Like, they say don't leave it in the hand of the judges. Well, if you do, the judges should be competent enough not to fucking rob everybody. Like, generally. Such a pile of bullshit, man. Oh, don't leave it to the judges. The judges should learn to do their job properly. Like, that's just what it is. Just boxing is so corrupt that it's actually fucking annoying me. There is no world where you can give that fight to Erikson Lubin. And now, Jesus Ramos is gonna have to go and fucking work his way up again to get like all these big fights. After being on a tear, going 20-0 at 22, he should be 21-0. But instead, now he's got that one, and in boxing, that one loss is going to actually mean that he has to go and fucking, he has to go and fight his way back up again. It's just ridiculous. It's actually fucking horrible. I finally watch a boxing card, and literally the first fight I watch is a massive robbery, reminding me exactly why I don't watch this sport. But I'm still gonna watch for Canelo versus Charlo just because I got to. It's Canelo. I always try and watch Canelo fights, but yeah, I'll watch for Canelo. But it's just I don't know. It's getting ridiculous with these boxing cards. Like, MMA's getting to that point, but it's not this bad. Like, there is some robberies in MMA, but not to this extent. This is generally fucking inexcusable. Like, you can say, oh, maybe it was a close fight. This wasn't close at all. Ramos was winning like almost every round, but like he threw like 91 punches. He threw no output that fight, Lubin. Like, it seemed to me to be a very clear fight. You could, like, even the rounds that you could give to Lubin was so close that you could also probably give them to Ramos. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how anyone gives that fucking 117 to fucking Lubin though. That is like a rigged scorecard. And this is why so many boxing fans are going over to like other combat sports. So what's the point of watching if the actual winners don't even get their hand raised? But I don't even fucking know at this point, man. Just it's so frustrating with this shit. Or every boxing card always has to have a robbery that just sours you. It makes you annoyed. It's like, why do I watch this? But yeah, I guess it is. It is what it is. But it's not right. It's not right for Ramos. I feel bad for him. He's 22. He will bounce back, but still, he shouldn't have to bounce back. He rightfully won that fight, but boxing gonna boxing, I guess. Uh, yeah, this is why mixed martial arts. It's My favorite combat sport. Even though it's getting bad with the robberies, but like every card in boxing is a fucking horrible robbery. Like they need to fix the commission has to fix something. Ramos should Ramos shouldn't have to have a one on that record now because now that's going to make him less promotable, even though he won that fight clearly. But I don't know. It is what it is. Let's see how Charlo and Alvarez goes. Hopefully, there's not some massive robbery there. That really pissed me off. But yeah, unfortunate. But if you made it this far, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe. Most of the time, I make MMA content, but I do some boxing content. So if you're a boxing fan, I'll be making boxing content as well, just not as regularly. But maybe you'll watch this and it'll get you into MMA. Who knows? But yeah, you should subscribe. I talk about all combat sports, literally anything. I talk about all weird. I talk about freak show fights, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, bare knuckle boxing, bare knuckle MMA. I talk about anything fight related. I just love fighting. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.